Hey everyone, what's up? I am Pseudo. Welcome back, and we have a special performing guest today, performing much better than I do usually in PvP. Say hello to Homage.
Hello everybody. I disagree. I think you do fine, but hey, thanks for having me, man. I'm excited. I've been looking forward to this all day.
Yeah, so we did this little experiment where I dared him basically to play Bladesworn for a little bit, and I was like, well, I could do Herald. I played it once upon a time, and it was fun. So we have this split screen set up. We don't have to sit in the chairs the whole time. I plan to just like do whatever and have him do whatever while we just talk about stuff. All right, well, get your statuette gambling out. He's took Bladesworn for a little bit, and he actually got top 100, which I didn't know back in the day on Bladesworn, which is a little embarrassing because I only got top 250, but I was playing a ridiculous build, and that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. So
no, there's nothing embarrassing about that. Top 250 is a great achievement.
But if you didn't know, whereas I try to make my stuff about World versus World, he does really approachable PvP videos, and if you haven't checked him out on YouTube, go check him out. It's just Homage, Guild Wars 2 Homage. He's really, really cool, and he has a dope community. But let's get this rolling. So I know the answer to this question. And again, you're welcome to do whatever while we do this. But, like, I'm going to ask it anyway, just to start up. Did you enjoy your time on Bladesworn?
You know what? I really enjoyed the process of making the video. I really enjoyed kind of setting myself out with a question and going out into the unknown to try and answer it. I didn't enjoy the actual experience of fighting other players in Conquest on Bladesworn. So I liked the process, but it was frustrating at times. I would definitely do it again on another class. I don't think I will be revisiting Bladesworn though.
So my goal with this was not, as with anybody I dare to do this, or anyone who does try the class, my goal was not to make Homage miserable. I'm not about that. I'm about positivity. And really, just like the intro to my channel says, I just want the jank fixed on the class. It doesn't need to be good. It doesn't need to be god tier. It just needs to work. And then we can start having a balanced discussion. But I thought it would be fun because you did play it once upon a time. You did well on it. And it would be, they've done a lot to it that makes it very inaccessible in terms of PvP these days. So that's just kind of a thing. You have emotes. You gotta use the emotes, dude. You gotta...
I keep forgetting that people can even see my screen. I'm doing like random stuff. I need to like...
Yeah, don't do anything embarrassing. You guys stop duping infusions on stream, dude. But my goal is not to make him miserable. My goal is just to get some perspective, because it's entirely possible that I'm just wrong and I'm crazy and Bladesworn is perfectly functional. I'm just bad at it. But I took Herald. I did more of a design discussion and breakdown on the like design, in terms of like how it works, how the energy system works, comparing it to like chat and comments I saw and whatnot. But go check those videos out. They're already in the description. But I want to ask you the obvious follow-up question, and I'm gonna hide the chair. I'm sorry. I'll put the chair back.
We can go where the lighting is better.
We could. I need to be on a real class though. So my obvious follow-up to this, and I want to keep the 2x Chaos soundtrack going. Hang on. It's a good soundtrack for this. So here's the thing, right?
Right.
Do you have any idea what the fudge Bladesworn's class or role identity is supposed to be in PvP these days? Because I don't.
I feel like it's supposed to be a duelist.
Why do you feel that way?
Well, because it doesn't really have kind of big cleave that can do a heck of a lot in a team fight. It doesn't have the mobility that's required to be a roamer. It doesn't have the team support that's required to be a support. So what's left for you is kind of duelist, and I mean that's really what Spellbreaker does. It's really what Berserker, when it's in its only strong, scary version, which is Connie Zerker. That's what it does. Is it's a duelist as well. So Warriors just kind of pigeonholed into that role. It'd be nice if it was given more, in my opinion. But is that Barry?
Probably.
No, it's you.
Me? Oh yeah, my character looks much better than his. No, it's just, I find it interesting because the thing, without turning this into the entire, I promised him I wouldn't turn this entire podcast into the pseudo bitches about Bladesworn hour because my audience gets enough of that on the channel. So.
Oh, I'm sure.
Great name, by the way, username, password. People had, and you see this a lot with like the rifle thing, right? People have this idea where things that are memes or who have been memes for so long tend to just stay memes. And I feel like that's where Bladesworn is at now, and that's where I see a lot of people returning to, because they were like, oh, Shoutsworn was once upon a time a thing. Shouts have ammunition, I'll try Shouts. And you did that as well on your build. And I'm not saying that was wrong, because there isn't, like, wrong ways to play a video game, right? But it doesn't interact with Shouts at all, like, anymore. And at the end of the day, tactical reload ends up being your class mechanic instead of Dragon Trigger. And you sort of somewhat came to that conclusion as well, because you said one of your critiques of it was take it away from ammunition, like move it away from this. It should be about the gun, saber, and the dragon slashes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Where do I come in with that?
Goats? No, just go watch this video, I guess.
Yeah, I don't really like the whole ammo skill thing personally. Like, yeah, everybody was like, no, it needs ammo, it's the whole class thing. But I'm like, okay, fine, but like, just because it is a cool thing in like a storyboard doesn't mean it makes for good gameplay. And it's like, I feel like you have nice options on every other warrior spec, and now on this one it's just like, take the weapons that give all the ammo or die.
Well, I think that one of the ways they could fix it is if they made tactical reload just an F button on your bar, but gave it like a drastically longer cooldown or something. Because at the end of the day, if that's going to be your class mechanic, just put it on your bar.
Yeah. Yeah,
like if it is impossible to play a class without something that is optionally slotted in, granted there's a difference of discussion between like something that's meta or something that's just unplayable, then it should be default in my opinion.
Yeah, it would be nice.
In my opinions, you're welcome to disagree with any of this stuff. This is just pseudo. I just do stuff, man. I was telling you. And if you guys have any questions for him or me or about either of the videos, feel free to ask. Don't promise we'll be able to answer them, but I have my loose topic list, and we're just talking for about an hour and change about this nonsense, because I thought it'd be fun. It'd be a nice follow-up, because you have a PvP perspective, and I have a world versus world perspective as you drink your coffee here.
Yeah. I'm into it. I'm having a good time.
So I have a second build question for you, and then hopefully you can ask me some stuff. Were you running a sigil of intelligence on your build?
So, okay, I didn't really talk about this in the video, but I changed my build like a lot, kind of throughout the whole thing.
You're trying to make it work.
And to be fair, I did find a couple things that felt decent to play. Like, I don't think that, you know, you're automatically throwing by playing Bladesworn. And also, like, when I go to edit the video, I, of course, you know, selective editing chose the part that proves my point, you know. I didn't show, like, any of the cool things that I pulled off. So I maybe made it look a little bit worse than it was, but the win rate does speak for itself.
How dare you? How dare you have a point and a thesis statement to your video?
Yeah. But, I mean, so yes, to answer your question, I did absolutely use Sigil of Intelligence through different points. Personally, like, what I found best in PvP was actually taking the Alacrity Dragon Slash and then doing Strength Defense, obviously. And then Stormsinger Relic, Axe Pistol, and then just like the standard utilities. I found that actually worked pretty well. But, I mean, I wanted to try different stuff. I want to try tactics. I want to try maybe some different weapons. I want to try Stomp. I want to see if I could maybe divorce myself from the ammo skills a little bit. But
that's what I do.
Because my favorite iteration of Bladesworn ever was like right at launch. Actually, it was a certain YouTuber. I don't know if I'm allowed to call people out by name here, but he made a video where it was Bladesworn that took the sword and the warhorn. And man, I really liked that one because you could like rip around the map really fast, and then you could just like dragon slash people and just slap them around. Oh, it was such fun because you had the mobility, you had the damage back then. Oh, so good.
Do you know they've nerfed Dragon Slash 2 like 6 times? And I'm only slightly exaggerating. It's like 4. Because that's the only one anyone was ever using.
I believe it.
It used to be 900,
Oh.
and then they added a delay, or no, it used to be 900, and then they shortened it to 750, and then they
Yeah.
shortened it further when the delay makes it go less far, so it doesn't even go
Right.
750. It's insane. It's basically unusable.
Yeah.
No, I hear you, because if it's gonna be your thing, let it be your thing. Okay, Duelist, covered that. Class identity, hopefully it could be other things. The reason I asked you about Sigil of Intelligence is kind of like Shouts, and I do specifically mean Sigil of Intelligence, not Sigil of Vision, which is the world versus world version. And the difference is Sigil of Vision is actually technically better on most builds, where when you swap, you'll get 3 seconds of crit for, like, all of your attacks will crit for 3 seconds, and it effectively has a 10-second cooldown, right?
Which is so much better.
But for Bladesworn, it's kind of got this weird thing where the only good part about it, how it ended up its design words are hard, but where its design ended up after the beta, where because people forget you used to have to even be in Gunsaber to initiate a Dragon Slash. So this is just design stuff. And then they were like, no, that's impossible, even for PvE, so they just let you basically skip your weapon swap. And for the first year of the game, you didn't have any penalty for that. Your weapon swap didn't incur a bigger cooldown when you jumped into your Gunsaber, for example, from like Rifle or Sword Warhorn or whatever it is, right?
Yeah.
So Bladesworn's biggest design strength is the ability to cheat your weapon swap, which means you don't necessarily, you still do for other reasons, balance reasons, but you don't need to run fast hands from Discipline. Which every other warrior spec does, which is good. It's sort of accidental serendipity. The thing, however... Well, you know, if you want to have an aneurysm, I'll give you the Rifle Bladesworn build that sort of works, but I don't think you do. The point I'm making with Sigil of Intelligence is it's all the things that worked on Bladesworn, like the shout reloading and the Sigil of Intelligence thing, were accidents, basically. Where Sigil of Intelligence works because it doesn't let you crit for 3 seconds, it lets you crit for 3 attacks but lasts for 10 seconds. And because most people were running Tactics, Strength, Bladesworn, you could skip your weapon swap, get a bunch of damage, get the shouts, and then how it would work is your next 3 attacks, which are probably Dragon Trigger, would actually crit, and you wouldn't need to run crit chance or have the fury problem that you had where you're just not doing damage on a lot of your attacks. You would basically be able to just guarantee, again, accidentally, because this only works in PvP, that your big hitting, class mechanic would actually do its thing. But it's, that's another one where it's like, maybe that should, if that's so vital to the class for PvP, maybe that should be a trait or something, maybe that should be something that's built into the kit. And sorry, I just died to 2 Rangers and EBG. I'm doing all right. Sushi's got a question. I think that's your Santos Sushi. I think he answered that in the video, but we could answer that.
He doesn't watch my videos.
Stun on Sheath. Oh, that's hot. Stun on Sheath. We'd need to be able to sheath it first, PH. That's my biggest cosmetic complaint, is there's no animation for this crap.
I think he's talking about the Dragon Slash 1.
Yeah, probably. I want to dream that he means stun on sheathing it. So, like, after you do the slash, it stuns people. Like the samurai movie. Because if you didn't notice,
maybe.
It has this weird, and we should probably switch to Herald at some point. It has this weird, like, haha animation after you do a Dragon Slash if you don't do anything else, which is, like, it always does this. And you can cancel it, but it's clearly supposed to be, like, them putting the Gunsaber into the sheath again, except they just, like, never made that animation. So they were just like, fuck it, make something else.
Yeah.
And it looks really stupid. And so here's the thing. When I first challenged him to this, I gave him, he probably forgot, but he sort of got there in the end, where I was like, see if you can guess my main point about Bladesworn. And his biggest critique, which is reverted all to how it was on launch, ended up being one of the things I say all the time. And that, to me, that also doesn't include the tactical reload revert, because that was stupid. However, in today's Guild Wars 2, I don't know if that would make a difference. The other point I sort of wanted, or was going to see if Homage got to, was Bladesworn just feels unfinished, like 3 years later. It feels like it has 7 different competing systems that barely interact with each other, and that like it was never given a role or identity or anything, and its role or identity with the shouts being reloadable and things like Sigil of Intelligence was defined for it in PvP and World versus World, whereas in PvE it was clearly just designed around the lore thing, and that was it. Like, it wasn't even a role even in PvE. It was like, make sure it's functional for a DPS class and make sure it's functional for PvP, sort of, and as long as it's in the game for Detective Rama, we're good. Like, that's my impression after playing this for 3 years. And I don't want to be cynical. I want them to fix it one day. I want them to, you know, it to be the best thing in the world and everyone to get free cake.
I don't know about... I didn't think that it felt unfinished, but I don't know. I just didn't...
Okay. You're allowed to have difference of opinions on the internet. I feel like I shouldn't have to tell people that. To me, it just does.
How long, at what point am I supposed to drag you away from Bladesworn talk?
Oh, we're good. I've used up all my Bladesworn questions. I'm ticking them off on my notepad.
Okay, here we go.
So, no. So
how was your day?
You should ask or answer Sushi's question. And I can combo this with my last thing here.
Back to
So,
Bladesworn. All right. What do you think?
What would you do? What would you do to change it? Would it be whatever you said in the video, like the Fury thing?
Add strength to Fury, first of all.
Fury
that would
strength,
also help
got it.
Berserker. I would make it so that it doesn't have any traits that proc based off of ammo skills, so that you could go back to using weapons that aren't tied to ammo, and you can use better weapons other than axe, pistol, and rifle.
Okay.
That would be the next thing that I do. I would make it so you could sheath it, so you could stow it.
Be
That'd be
dope.
the third thing. And then I would add the stun back on the Dragon Slash #1 skill, because I feel that Warrior has a lot of skills that, traits that proc when you stun people, but Bladesworn doesn't have any way to stun people. So that's what I would do.
Okay. And you think that would
I just saw you use Greatsword 3. I would make it so that Dragon Slash 2 doesn't go to your random target. You could shoot it out like Greatsword 3. Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
That'd be lovely. I promised also that I wouldn't do the actually thing, but I saw people correcting you in the comments, or at least trying to help with that. And do the action camera dance to aim it.
Yeah.
It's a lot to ask a player to do, and like I said in my Bladesworn video, I don't want people to have to develop spider hands and piano reflexes to be able to play this class.
No,
That's
I'm not
insane.
doing all that. I'll play
like
something else.
And this is a good segue. Like, this is like your most recent Herald video. You mentioned a setting that helps Herald target Spear 4, and I was like, oh, that would have been good to know. But like, I feel like a lot of that stuff just shouldn't be necessary for some of this stuff, you know? It's a good tip. It's worth it including in a video, but...
No, I'm with you, man. I wish that if you have the ability to drag something mid-cast, that doesn't get changed by a setting. That no matter what setting you have equipped, you're able to use the skill in the same way.
Yeah.
Personally, there's some things you couldn't do that with. Like I don't know if you know you can use like a jump with Greatsword 3 if you have instant cast on. It doesn't work if you have fast range indicator, but that's another one. I don't know.
Warrior Greatsword 3?
Yeah.
Huh. That's weird. You should make a whole video on those. It'd do terribly and your metrics would suck on it, but I'd be so interested in that.
Yeah, I've got a little settings guide that I send new players when they ask for help, and that's one of the little things that I use as an example for the differences between the ground targeting modes. I showed off the fact that you can do that with Warrior Greatsword 3, and then I showed a little kiting spot on a PvP map where you can actually use that to jump over a gap you wouldn't otherwise be able to cross. But anyways, that is my spiel.
No. It's Herald time. It's Herald in time.
I want to know how you are as a person. You know, how was your day, Pseudo? I want to know more.
What if I was an AI?
That's what I'm trying to get to the bottom of here.
Today was good. I was gonna open this with, like, I already asked you before the stream. It's about 600% humidity here. So, like, I'm sweating doing this podcast, sitting in this chair after the gym. Like, I took 2 showers, and it doesn't matter.
Ooh, Lord.
Day was good. Day was good. Day was good. Day was productive, actually. I'm forever cleaning up my house because I do this thing where I'll clean, but it's not cleaning, it's just disorganizing, where I'll just move stuff around my house and like delude myself into be like, oh, the pile of crap is now over here. I'm trying to get better at that and actually organize my stuff. And then because I'll organize it, I'll never be able to find anything.
Oh yeah.
How was your day, Homage? Also, are you gonna do anything to entertain the masses on this stream? You're just gonna sit there and use up my hard-earned split screen drinking your coffee?
I'm gonna tell a funny story.
Okay, I'm down for the funny story.
Maybe we can
No, I want the funny story. I think chat wants it too.
So today at work, I was covering for somebody who was off, which is fine. I don't mind doing that.
And you lick stamps, right?
Yes, I had an extra tall pile to lick today.
Right.
And so I did so much stuff today. I was absolutely crushing it. Like, before lunch, I had all this stuff done. Short lunch, get right back to it, get all this more stuff done. I'm like slaying it. You know, I'm doing like 2 people's jobs in one, and I'm like not breaking a sweat. And I was crushing loaf, man. Like, and then the very last thing for my day, and a lot of this stuff is like time sensitive too. So, you know,
a lot of stamps.
I shouldn't say this. Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Last thing I need to do before I can end my week, end my day, and go home, I make one little boneheaded mistake, and it's like a little thing. It's not even, you know, the work with the thing that I did was approved and it was sent through by my boss because like he has to, you know, double check.
He's got to inspect all the stamps.
Of course, that's right. He's got to inspect their
I got you.
But he just was like, oh, you got to start double checking. Like, start. I've been doing all this stuff all day. It's the end of the day, end of the week, and it's just like, oh, critical hit, man, right to my, like, you know, 12,000 mental psychic damage, right to my brain on the Friday afternoon. So you know, I'm recouping, I'm recovering.
That's fair.
It was not charitable at all.
Must be tough living in Canada.
I live in a very, or I work in a very pressurized environment, and so, you know, sometimes people ask me, "How do you not get bothered by the toxicity and stuff in PvP?" And it's like, man, because my 9 to 5 beats me up way harder than my 5 to 9 ever could.
Chat would like to know what crushing loaf means, by the way.
It's what you do when you really like bread.
Yeah, it's like you
crush a loaf.
Gotcha. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. No, that makes sense. All right.
So that's my funny Friday story.
Okay, is there a sad part to the story?
The sad part is when my accomplishments get missed, and then my small fails get blown out of proportion.
I'll tell you what, Homage, I'm proud of you.
Oh, thanks, Dad. I appreciate it.
Okay. We should talk about Herald at some point, probably.
So you want me to break out my questions then?
I would. That would be fantastic.
Okay, perfect.
I have one Herald question.
I wrote down a few. So okay, I'll just start reading them off here. All right, question number 1, Pseudo. What is your favorite root beer?
I really like the Herald heal skill. If that makes any sense. I think it's like pretty good. It's kind of like Defiant Stance, but better because it actually has a good cast time.
Sure.
I don't know, man. What's the A&W? What's the brand that has like good burgers?
Oh man. A&W, really? Again, another A&W person?
I don't think there's another root beer in the United States.
Oh my goodness. This is a mug household, thank you.
They're very good. I actually think the mug is probably good. I just couldn't remember that one. No, mug is better than A&W, you're right.
Mug. Sponsor me, mug. If you become a mug maniac, then you will get so much better at PvP. You'll be crushing loaf in no time, man.
These are the secret pro tips, man. You can't give these all away.
That was my question.
Ow. Okay, that was good.
I have more.
Okay.
Do you want me to do another one?
That'd be good.
Okay. Wait, here. Let me,
Is it about Herald this time?
Okay, question number 2. I noticed you seem to like Bladesworn. Are you okay?
Like is a strong sentiment. I don't know what I'm gonna do if they ever fix it. Let me put it that way. I legitimately don't, because everybody's gonna be making videos about it. I'm gonna be in this awkward position, be like the hipster that listened, like the band that they listened to got popular, and be like, dude, I have an identity crisis now. I gotta have like a personality and shit.
That kills the hipster. That's
yeah,
lethal.
it's just like, man, I don't, because everybody wants it to be good. Like the concept is so fun. I see people like trying it out on streams and stuff, and you know, laughingly they can't make it work, and it's just like, I don't know what are we gonna do, man? What am I gonna complain about? Because before it was Bladesworn, I played Berserker back when it was just awful. Like it was awful, dude. Berserker lost toughness. It didn't get its race burst skills even outside Berserk mode. Berserker was way worse than Bladesworn has ever been, man. Like,
damn.
It wasn't.
That's a fear.
Yeah, but I didn't play it because it was bad. I played it because I wanted it to be good, and then it got good, and I was like, oh, let's try out this new Gun Samurai thing. And I put so much work and time into that stupid Daring Dragon build and making it work and getting top 250 on it, and making people accuse me of hacking. It was so much fucking fun, and I've had so many people tell me that build, like, this is not memeing at this point, genuinely tell me they want that build back and they miss it, and that's the most fun they ever had in this game. And to see the amount of sunk cost fallacy and work I put into that, where it's just like, well, I guess this is just my main now, for better or worse. Like, I can't really do anything about it. I've just got to accept that.
Are you a bit of a hipster?
Probably. I have 14 fedoras somewhere.
Yeah. Is that real?
Yeah.
Oh, man. 14.
Yeah. I wore them when I was in college because I didn't have a personality and DJ'd a bunch.
Can you bust one out for your next video?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, man. I would be honored. That's amazing.
I'm not. No, I already have the sunglass thing that I do. I don't know. I just like I like the class fantasy of it. I want it to be good. I want it to be Virgil from Devil May Cry, like Mechanical Metal said in chat. Like, it's just a fun idea for a class.
Yeah.
Who's watching the NHL playoffs? Is that hockey?
Yes, the National Hockey League, man. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's weird.
The Leafs are crushing it. The Leafs are crushing Loaf.
Oh my god.
My Toronto fans in chat.
Like fans of the province?
Yeah, for the fans of the province of Toronto, where you at?
Okay. Just making sure we got that right. I don't know. Herald wasn't, or Once Upon a Time was real. Did you play when Revenant was like super buggy?
No, I've only really been playing since maybe like 2019, 2020.
Oh, that's why I have to buy all your legendaries for you. I
don't have the same street cred as a lot of the elder nerds, you know.
Elder nerds.
Like yourself.
I like Dire Nerd as well. That's funny. No, that's fair. Because it went through a phase as well.
I do remember logging on, and every time your utility skills would be like a box of chocolates.
Yep.
You know, they'd be scrambled, so that was always fun. But no, that was kind of the worst of it for me.
Sorry, I have to focus because I'm actually fighting a thief. Nope, he's over there now.
I mean, I can provide my own entertainment.
He's now a thief over there, Homage.
Hey, chat! Did you hear about the Energizer Bunny? Hear about the news?
Oh my god.
He was charged.
Okay, we're learning things today, chat.
With battery, chat. He was charged with
I'm gonna need to download this video and recut it so that's the opening. Okay. All right.
Free him.
You You
my
got any
boy.
more Herald questions?
didn't do anything
Because
wrong.
I got one.
Okay, hit me.
Okay. So something I noticed that's really good on Herald, and this is more of a game design discussion, but like, I think it's weird, and I want your opinion on this because you play way more of it than I do, obviously. You can still cancel Chaotic Release, which is the Glint elite skill. And it has a big telegraph. It's not like that animation's not
Right.
playing. Do you think that's healthy for the game?
I think that stow canceling is super cool, and I think that doing it on chaotic release actually has like a downside to it, because if you're holding that for too long, it's really draining all your energy, and then people can punish you for that. Whereas there are certain skills where I think it is super problematic, like Chill to the Bone is probably the very worst offender. Like, I mean, I put a video up, this is like 2 videos ago now, where some dude like stow canceled it on me like 6 times. Like, come on. For a Herald, at least, you know, their energy's draining, so they can't do it forever. But for a Reaper, man, they can just do it and do it and do it, do it, do it. It's very annoying.
Okay, so Herald, you still do have the first part ticking.
Yeah, exactly.
So there's a downside. Okay, it's kind of like the there's something like that with the Jealous stun break where it technically has
Yeah.
a cast time, but it doesn't because it's a stun break on you, so it will always drain your energy when you start using it. So you can't just like fake stun break yourself over and over and over again.
Right.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
It's why the banner on Warrior has a cast time, but it's technically a stun break where it has a cast time, but only stun breaks when it lands. Otherwise, you could just like throw the banner indefinitely. No, I kind of agree with you, but I also think that for classes that have a downside like Herald, I think that's fine. For classes that don't have a downside, I feel like it should go on like a 10-second or a half-second, you know, half of total ICD sort of penalty if you stow cancel it, because you are, at the end of the day, you're baiting out somebody's dodge with no downside. Like if you have a macro, which you're not supposed to have in the game, you can just do that with one button, and that's not, you know, a button that's technically on your bar.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just thought that was interesting where it's like, not all classes have this. Not all classes can do this. Not all classes, you know, is this healthy for the game? I don't know. Let's ask Homage about it. Trying to think of other abilities that even are stow cancelable.
That's a really interesting question, in my opinion. High-level warrior duels see a lot of stow canceling for
Kind of
arcane
have
slicing.
to, though. Yeah.
And other skills too, right?
Does Arcane Slice not use your adrenaline if you do that? Huh.
I don't think so.
It probably doesn't, because it's warrior.
I think it's cool. I think it's an interesting sort of skill expression of this game. And I mean, the people who are using it are probably like the top 1% of 1% of the player base.
Yeah, of course.
And-
but
Yeah. It doesn't bother. Yeah, I'm gonna chalk it into the doesn't bother me category. But that's a really interesting question that nobody has ever asked me or ever brought up before. So well done.
No, I think about a lot of, I mean, as a design channel, I think about a lot of stuff like that where they'll do, a bad example is they remove damage from stuns, right? And that clearly hurts Warrior the most because it has the most like stun and damaging abilities. But
Yeah.
the other things like quickness on stomp, like not affecting stomp speed anymore, which it once upon a time did. Quickness and slow used to. And used to
Yeah.
affect stomp and res speed. And again, you effectively nerf things like Warrior that has Frenzy or Ranger that has Quickening Zephyr, where you have these tools to be able to res or stomp faster, where you're not really nerfing the other classes as much when you do a game-wide change like that. So I don't know. Stow canceling to me, if it's going to be in the game, it should just be acknowledged as being in the game, and there should be a penalty for it. But there aren't that many classes. The skills, you know, the money, time is money. We'll see. Also, thank you, Sasha Albert, for the follow. And JPP over the break. Glad people are finding this nonsense. Well, that's my Herald question. I enjoyed it. I don't know why your Spear 4 is allowed to stun or pull and do damage, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's funny, eh? There's like a bunch of random little skills that CC and do damage cropping up. Ranger's got a couple now. We've got that one on Herald now.
They seem
Now
to.
Jade wins in World v World. Yeah, it's
Is
weird.
it not in PvP?
No damage on Jade wins in PvP. No.
I got that wrong. God damn it. That's one me. That's one I could have. Yeah. You should have. You should have. Welcome to being wrong on the internet, dude. Welcome it. Not the main character of existence. Get stuff wrong all. Yeah, learn things. You grow. You're a better person. Level up your skill tree.
Stuff, you know.
Oh, you got so many Bladesworn things wrong. It's great. Just writing them down on a notepad. I was gonna play this fun game where I was gonna give chat mystic coins every time you could figure out, like, correct yourself for being wrong in the video and make you repent, but I didn't think that would be very fun. Again, my goal is not to make anybody miserable with this.
Oh my god.
It's like,
do you actually enjoy this game, or do you just like do this as a
I love this game. I love this game so much. I know it doesn't sound like it. Yeah. Guild Wars 2 is a fucking phenomenal game. Like,
you just like to complain.
I think everybody likes to complain. I like to be measured in my complaints. I think that's why people kind of like my channel.
You complain more than most, though.
I don't believe you. I was hanging out with Barry the other night, and we have to throw him under the bus at least once, like you said.
I mean, he was complaining about fighting Bladesworn. That's different.
It's gonna fight him on Berserker. No, this game's fantastic. Like, I genuinely do love this game, and I want to give ArenaNet. If it doesn't come across that way, I'm sorry. I have a Sicilian tone of voice, but I'd like to give ArenaNet credit for the amazing things they do. I was actually just working on a video that I've been procrastinating probably my entire YouTube career of why you should probably check out Guild Wars 2, especially right now that games are going to be $90 each.
Yeah, true.
Because it's just an MMO that's great and doesn't hate your time. And ANET does, like, for every one thing that's baffling or one Bladesworn that's in the game, like, ANET will do, like, 3 things right that actively help way more people. So...
yeah, it's fair.
People want to trio stream with Barry. I don't know. I'll have to convince him to play with me again. It'll be a hard ask. After I kicked his butt so many times after Homage logged off. It has no proof. Oh, this game's great, and I genuinely, like, there's a lot of discussion around Guild Wars 3 right now, I mean, the nebulous as that is, where, like, I don't think ArenaNet, even if Guild Wars 3 came out tomorrow or in 6 years, I don't think that with how successful this game has just consistently been, unless NCSoft does something to screw ArenaNet, I don't see them cutting off a leg to stand on a different one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm... you know, knock on some wood. There's some jinx. Just got home from work. Congrats, dog. All right. Well, that was like my question. Do you have more root beer questions?
I mean, I can ask some more questions. You know, I can make a little conversation.
I have 2 more.
Play ball.
They're special.
Oh, you got more. Okay,
I have 2. Right. I have 2.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
I think I'm scared of your answer because you like to complain.
I do not.
You're such a negative Nancy, but here we go. Okay.
Not.
Here's the question.
My negative chat?
Yes. If you had the power to add one thing to the game and remove one thing from the game, what would you do?
I think I'm gonna need time. I know what I would add. I want more than anything else in this game. Well, my personal answer is I want a 200 character box when you buy gems with real money to say what you want your money to go to development wise. Even if they don't read it, it will make me feel validated. That is my purely selfish answer. What I would actually add to this game, which is actual tangible, like something tangible that would a lot of people I think would eventually maybe come to love, is cross game mode rewards. And I don't mean necessary things. Like, if you don't, there were things in Guild Wars, I think 1 or Dark Age of Camelot comes up a lot when I talk about this with my friends, where you needed to hold a place in order to do Underworld and stuff. I don't think that's necessarily healthy for the game, nor do I think, like, oh, being number 1 in World vs. World gives you a 10% raid damage bonus is very healthy, because everyone's just going to bandwagon onto that. The number 1 example I have of this is they introduce all these mastery systems, right? And a lot of them don't end up affecting PvP or world versus world because people will instantly find ways to abuse them and then they'll just get like yeeted. This happened with End of Dragons where there was a trophy farming thing where you could get like tier 6 materials and then people were just farming their alts in like unlisted arenas, so they axed that from PvP. I want like fishing to work in world versus world. I want skiffs to work in world versus world so I can build catapults on them. The example I have of something that doesn't already exist in the mastery system is I want the stupid raid tokens that my guild has infinity of because we're a PvX guild, and like the fractal tokens and the fractal dancers like you were seeing when you were doing crafting before the stream. I want those to be usable for tactivators. Like new tactivators. You earn them in fractals, you earn them in raids, and then you take those tokens and you craft single-use tactivators, so there's a reason to help your guild clear fractals or raids more than once during your individual clear that week. So because it helps the world versus world side of your PvPX growth.
All right, hold on a minute. I said one thing.
Okay. I'll take that over the suggestion box. I want cross-game mode rewards, Homage. I want a reason for my world versus world people to come talk to your PvP people.
All right, that's a pretty good answer. What about remove?
Fuck. Mesmer Spear.
Really? That's the one you choose? Are you kidding me?
No, honestly, like, so okay, if the stupid days mantra.
Really?
I want that gone. I want Mesmer's power budget to stop revolving around the existence of that because there's no telegraph, there's no counterplay, and I hate it. I've never used it when I've played Mesmer, and I think it's unhealthy for the game, period.
Wow. That was not expecting that. That's a left fielder, man. Days mantra on Mesmer.
I would also really just, this is another personal thing, I want the ability not to block people, but to mute them so they can keep talking at you and wasting their time. Because I really like the idea of putting down a cardboard cutout of yourself and running away and every now and then checking back in and they're like, oh yeah, they're still talking to it.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't know, this game does so much right in terms of quality of life. I really don't have many things to complain about, and I think that's to its credit. I don't complain that much.
Oh, you do, pal.
I'm a positive person.
No.
God damn it.
You want to hear my answer?
Sure.
I just thought about it while you were talking. I didn't actually think about any answer to my question.
I
thought about, okay, what would I add? What would I add?
Yeah.
Real moderation. Nothing's moderated, man. I wish that, like, all the lunatics in map chat would be, like, told to chill out every now and again. And, like, people who through PvP games would be told to, you know, not be dum-dums and that kind of stuff. So, yeah, real moderation would go a long way in my opinion.
I feel like that's only a PvP lobby thing now.
I don't think so. I've been seeing it more in like regular maps, like Lion's Arch and Divinity's Reach, like more lunatics, man. Like
I think that's just 2025. People just like mad, and self-validation and push-ups are hard.
Sure, but if we just had like a couple GMs every now and again just to like pop in there and be like, hey,
it's like whack them,
chill out, or else like I'm gonna give you like, a couple days mute, please and thanks. Like I think that's all they would really need. Just a couple.
They used to have that.
Eyes on stuff.
They used to have a guy who did that, and everybody hated him universally because he was fun to hate on. I think he did more work for this game than people give him credit for. That's fair.
And you know what my one thing I'd remove would be?
Bladesworn.
No.
What'd you remove, Homage?
Thief Axe, man. Are you kidding me?
They just nerfed it a little bit.
Days mantra over Axe Thief?
I don't think Axe Thief is a problem. You just dodge.
Just dodge. Yeah, that is ludicrous. You can't even go behind obstacles or line of sight those things.
You can now. That's the nerf they did. One of them wasn't obeying like one of them wasn't obeying like hills. It was just going through hills, and now it like will actually obey like ground targeting.
Dude, even still, I think that does not jive with the design of the game in general, man. I think that's just straight out of some other different game. Straight out of like Hades or something.
Did you know that for the first year and a half that that weapon was in the game, it had a 33% damage buff instead of a 7% damage buff in PvP and World vs. World?
I don't know all the intricate little details. I just get
33 is
harassed
more
by
than
them.
7.
Yes.
Okay.
Negative Nancy. I know that 33 is more than 7, but I don't know all the little intricate details of every skill in the game, but I know that it's horse shit that thing exists. So, there you go.
I mean, fair enough. Everyone's got the stuff they hate fighting. It's weird they only got one weapon. It's so weird they didn't get Axe. I was mad about staff.
You don't like the warrior staff?
No, I think their implementation of warrior staff is the best weapon they've ever done. It completely invalidated all of the other warrior weapons to that point because it was so good. But there's a difference between something being balanced, being good, and being fun, and I don't like that staff invalidated all the other weapons. Like, it's literally greatsword but better. It's literally, like, at least on its release iteration, it was every other weapon but better. It was shield but better. It was sword but better because it had more mobility. Like, it's like another band-aid for warrior, but it's just I'd rather they just fix the fucking class. I don't know. No, staff is great. Like, it's getting to a balanced point, and hopefully they can tune up some of the other weapons. I just think it's weird that Thief only got main hand axe when, you know, Elementalist. Here's a fun question. Do you know how many different skills Elementalist pistol gave them? If you count all the different iterations of all the bullets?
No.
This was on my trivia night, so I'm disappointed you didn't come. 48.
Wow.
Yeah. And Thief got 4. I'm sorry, 5. There's an ambush skill.
Well, Thief deserves 0. All right? 0.
I'm negative.
We got 5 more than they deserve.
That's fair.
Axe.
What do you think about stealth in this game?
I feel like every class should have one reveal that's accessible through like their core builds, like the core traits. I think it's kind of BS that, you know, so many things can stealth, but so few things have reveal.
I mean, I gave you my suggestion the other night when we were hanging out. Reveal Relic Arena Net. Do it, you cowards.
Yeah, could work.
Especially for PvP, where you can change your builds, like see they have a thief and be like, oh, I'm gonna, you know, actually counterplay this with my brain.
Yeah, I think everybody should have the option available if you're gonna have to fight stuff that can stealth. So that's my thoughts.
I have a counter argument.
I'm sure you do.
One of my friends brought up scaling transparency, and I really like that idea for stealth in this game.
What is scale? What do you mean by scaling transparency?
You ever played the small game called Dota?
No.
Okay, so in Dota 1, I don't know if it's actually in Dota 2, there was a character called Phantom Assassin, and as you leveled up, your character would get more and more transparent. Like, it basically went to 50% opacity on the character. So my idea is, and it's my idea, not my friend's, that when you get within, like, 60 range of the thief, like really close to them, they get that instead of, and they're targetable, instead of being just completely invisible, right? But you have to be up their butt to get that.
What kind of range? Like 360 range?
No, like 60. 60 radius. Like on top of the dude.
I don't think that would do anything.
I don't think it would. I think targeting them goes a long way with skills.
But like, here's the thing: when you're near a thief that's stealth, right? You should just be attacking. Like, you should just be using auto attacks, because if they're near you, they're gonna get hit.
Okay, how do I target them with Dragon Trigger?
I'm not saying use a Dragon Slash. I'm saying you should be auto attacking whenever you think that you're near them, because
you're not wrong.
Hit them. So, like, if you're within auto attack range anyway, it doesn't really matter, you know.
Chat's saying that's like
respect that.
Chat's saying that's like WoW. I never played WoW, fortunately, so I suppose. I just thought it was an interesting
idea of more reveal.
No, I'm not.
I like it.
Reveal's another thing that's like weirdly inaccessible in this game and has been for a really long time.
Yeah, reveal and boon strip.
I'm trying to think of another class other than Herald and Spellbreaker that have gotten reveal on them. I don't know all the
Engineer has
Untamed.
good reveal.
No, it has good reveal. I mean, after that got it added to like a specialization.
Oh, okay, I see.
Because Spellbreaker has Sight and Beyond Sight, which you never take because it belongs on Bladesworn and they know it. And Herald has like the good reveal skill, which is Consume Darkness or whatever it is.
Yeah, well, you got to burn your stun break to reveal somebody.
You do.
That's not a
You
very
do.
good trade. I'd rather have my stun break than reveal somebody. Personally.
Is it these two Rangers? Do I get revenge? Maybe. Music kicked up too right during this. Oh, they have a third person.
Okay, Pseudo, here you go.
Yeah,
If
it was like
Guild Wars
entertain the
2
masses,
didn't
dude.
exist, what would you be
Hades.
doing right now? You'd be playing Hades.
Yes, I love Hades. I played the metric
Yeah.
buttload out of Hades.
Second
I
game?
can't. Hades 2.
Yeah, actually, did you play the first one?
Yes, I played the lord out of the first one, and I'm waiting for the second one to release, like formally. I played a bunch of the demo, and I'm like, I want the whole thing.
Ah, I see.
I
Gotcha.
love that game so much.
Yeah, I really liked the first one. I couldn't get into the second one quite the
A
same
lot
way,
of
though.
people told me that, and I think it's
It-
just you gotta wait. You gotta find your build.
Yeah, it felt like the boons were less impactful and the weapons were less impactful. But
They definitely nerfed a lot of the gods compared to the first one. They don't function the same way. Aphrodite and Zeus are definitely nerfed compared to the first version. But I think Helio, or what's his name? Greek god of the sun. Damn it. Helios is very strong.
yeah, gotcha.
No, I love both of those games. I don't know. Find another game. Like, my criteria for Guild Wars 2 was I want a game. I want to play an MMO because I was playing a bunch of League and I wasn't having fun. Like, it wasn't just that,
Well,
you know,
join the club.
toxicity. It was, I don't enjoy this because it doesn't feel like I'm progressing anything. Like, you go up, you go down in the ratings. If you want to get, at a certain point, if you want to get better, you need a team. And I was like, I'm not really about that. So, and I'm not having any fun. And I'm just wasting a bunch of money, like $500 back when I didn't have any money. And was a college student. I was like, well, I want an MMO. I don't want to pay for a subscription. And I need one that has few enough buttons to map to a controller because I have spine issues and I want to lean back in my chair. And I was like, oh, Guild Wars 2 is literally that.
Nice.
Yeah.
What kind of
Tempest
hobbies
is-
do you DJ still?
Not anymore. I have all my crap, but I work out and I complain about Bladesworn on the internet. It's pretty fun. Apparently,
I see. So you-
I'm a very negative person. I'm gonna take that personally and think about it tonight.
I'm
Did I
not
tell
the,
you
I'm
I-
not the one who's revealed this to you, am I?
I have never actually had anyone tell me that I'm very negative. It's kind of personally offensive.
Oh, I almost just died to fall damage.
Now that you've started playing this video game,
Yeah. I don't know. I figured I should do something.
I told Barry the 1v1 with the ground is the hardest one to win.
Yeah, I've never won it.
I don't think anyone's ever won it. Bodybuilding hype. Body reclaiming hype. I can't gain weight. My stream also knows that. I can only get stronger. I can't get bigger. I could. That's actually a good point. I could ask you why you love Condi Virtuoso so much. Did you
Who,
know they
me?
heal? Yeah, they heal off of the Condi damage they do. Just base. There's no trait you have to take. They just do.
No, I didn't know that at all.
It is so broken. I can't believe they have that just as a trait. Like, Virtuoso and Willbender, people forget were ass on release of End of Dragons, and then something happened and they reworked both of them like 4 times.
Yeah, it's so dumb.
I maintain that Willbender's only was, and I mean, you were right about Stormsinger, but it only really is strong or stronger because they added a heal skill.
Oh my goodness.
You were right about
Everybody
Stormsinger?
down my throat. They're like, no, it's not that.
Oh, did you have a moment where you're like, hey, Pseudo listens to bands that don't exist yet, where I was like, hey, this is a battle pass, and everyone jumped down my throat for that? And I was like, no, it's a good battle pass, and everyone still jumped down my throat for that with Soto?
Are you talking with the Wizard Vault?
No, I'm talking about Soto and their release cadence and like their episodic thing. So kinda.
Okay.
I work in marketing, and it was at the point where games were transitioning away from loot boxes and being battle passes. And Guild Wars 2 has had this either really crafty or really serendipitous thing. I feel bad for killing these two rangers again. Where they've just sort of made the correct industry decisions at exactly the right time.
Yeah.
Homage, heard you grade on Spellbreaker. Do you offer coaching?
Yeah, I've got a Discord linked in my descriptions of my videos. You can join there, and then you can just shoot me a message. I don't charge anything for coaching, but you'll see all the information in the Discord there, and then you can just shoot me a message, and we can link up.
I can probably find that to link in chat. Hang on. I should have been more prepared, even more prepared than this.
Oh, don't worry about it, man. It's all good. I got it linked. So.
How about you? Do you play any other games? My friends give me crap for only playing Guild Wars 2, but I don't know, I like it.
Oh yeah, I play a ton of different games. I really love Hunt Showdown. It's like a cowboy shooter. It's really fun. I play a lot of that right now. I do.
You know, Santo Sushi comes up right under your channel when you search it on YouTube. Anyway, continue.
Well, he's my son. He's my baby. I raised him. I raised his channel up. You know.
Let's see. You play Samurai Showdown, the fighting game. Continue.
Yeah, Samurai Showdown. Sim racing. I love sim racing. I'm a big car nerd, so I got a racing simulator.
That's Homage's link. Oh my god.
Oh, okay. Actually.
That wall of text is the redirect that YouTube gave me.
Yeah, I play a lot of different stuff too. I like survival games. I love Valheim.
Let's try this instead. There you go.
I love Elden Ring. I've played through it a bunch of times. Did the DLC. I beat the final boss of the DLC with my wife. That was super fun. The two of us doing it together. Oh, it was so much fun.
Oh, like on the co-op mod?
Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Excellent mod. Yeah, it was super fun. We did Millennia together. We did the final boss of the DLC together. I don't want to say the name because it's technically a spoiler, but...
Spoilers for Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree.
It only came out like 9 months ago. It's not that.
It's like
old.
a year ago. Oh my god.
It's a twist. The final boss.
Oh,
is a
sorry.
twist.
The stream screwed up. Sorry, chat. I'll save you. Yeah. I'll save you. Hang on. That was me getting his Discord. Or he just canceled his stream and didn't know it. Yeah. I'll fix it. I gotta get away from these rangers. Sorry, guys.
Did I do something wrong?
No, it's probably me.
No.
No, Discord is glitched out. There we go. I think it's fixed.
Confirmed.
No, we fixed it. We fixed it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he asked me what a podcast is, and I was like, I don't know. It's just usually white people talking from positions of authority they don't have. So
I really don't engage in podcasts very. Oh, I dropped a Descended Beast and then did
one with Ma. Go watch his video with Ma. It was really good. Yeah, it was pretty much a podcast. That is okay.
Hobbies wise, I'm also really big into mountain biking, and I love cars. I have an old car that I wrench on and stuff like that, so I keep pretty busy, keep pretty active. I don't do anything cool like bodybuilding like you do, but
it's not cool. Do it so that girls will talk to me. So my back doesn't hurt all the time. Don't be crippled, chat, by the way. All right, I got 2 more questions for you, and they're important. Are you ready?
Important?
Well, one of them's from Emmy, who was the last person I did one of these things with.
So that cool. He's going to be on the test?
I don't know if there's a right answer.
All right. I think I'm ready. What do you got?
Her question... Well, I'll ask mine first, because mine's dumb. What's your favorite item in Guild Wars 2?
Oh, okay. This is beautiful. I'm going to get flamed so hard for this.
That's good.
But, like, one of the first things that I bought in this game when I didn't even have all that much gold was the frickin' permanent hairstyle contract.
Nice.
Like, I don't think I even had a full set of legendary armor before I got the hairstyle contract. I got roasted endlessly. Like, I'm really sticking my neck out by telling this story because I'm going to get blasted, but I spent like the 2,000, maybe 2,200 gold on the hairstyle contract, and I love it because like I really like that hairstyle with the bandana and the long hair. That's on my rev, and it's locked behind there. And also like I don't know, I played a bunch of games where like you could just take your character to go get a haircut and it wasn't a big deal. And so when I come to Guild Wars and it's like, yeah, pay $5 if you want a haircut, I was like a little bit annoyed, and I was like determined to defeat that, and so I defeated it with like 2,200 gold. So,
That's pretty good. Trying to think of what my first stupid luxury purchase was. I never had a lot of money until recently, and I've just been giving it away because I don't know what to do with it.
yeah, thanks for
That's
that,
good.
by the way.
No worries. It was legitimately bothering me you didn't have a legendary sigil. How's that going, by the way?
It's good. I'm liking it. I've honestly, the seed has been planted in my brain to probably craft a few more of those.
I would do runes next. I wouldn't bother with any more sigils. Maybe like one. After a certain point, you can just do what you were doing, which is buy them.
Yeah. Relic would
Ranger's
be nice,
really,
but I looked
really
into what's required.
It's super
and it's
expensive now.
insanity. I didn't do it when there was some sort of special deal going on because I don't know. I don't really get on this game to like sit down and look at crafting tables. But I should have. I learned.
Fuck! I just lagged. I'm gonna die, Homage.
Oh, he
Ranger
blames the
downstate
lag.
is bullshit. I think I literally had a lag spike on my stream. It's okay. It's no longer no downstate week. That was so much fun. Oh, that was
No
a good
downstate
answer.
week? Was good
Yeah.
for you?
I love
Dude,
it because
was
it lets
well for me.
it lets you win outnumbered fights.
It was really, really painful on my end.
Revenant
don't
downstate's not that
remember-
strong.
I don't remember the name of the server we were paired up against, but it was some green team, and man, they just played like really, really weirdly and annoyingly. Like,
I
just
think you were fighting Mag.
I roll up out of my spawn and go to a camp, and it's tier 3, and they've got it covered in siege, like defensive, like arrow carts and ballistas and stuff, and there's at least 3 golems, and like there's a dude sitting there actively defending this camp,
Yeah.
and like
he lives
I go
there.
to fight him, and every time I get him low, he hops in a golem, so I can't kill him.
Hummingbird says
And-
it sounds like Mag, so yeah.
And he finally jumps out of the golem, and then you know, we fight again because he's healed up the fold in the golem. And then the same thing, as soon as I get him low, he just hops right back in. And then we're fighting long enough. I'm slowly chipping away at the siege. He wasn't gonna kill me, but then the cavalry comes, and then just like 5 or 6 of them show up, and then they kill me. And then they dance on my corpse or jump on my corpse or throw siege on me, and it's like, man, this is so unfun. And that was the whole week. It was brutal, man.
So it was about the people, wasn't it? What did you think of the actual no downstate part of it?
I enjoy it. It
I
kind
do
of
I want it to be permanent on one of the maps.
it like was a little bit of a, I don't know, like some sort of electrons were firing in my brain when I downed the first couple people, and there was no, and they just like were gone, you know, just like, whoa, it's just weird, you know. But then once I got into the rhythm of it, that you can just drop people, then I was like, oh, this is pretty fun.
Don't look at my build and say it or get baited into thinking it looks fun. I apologize for that, Aslan. I don't want to gaslight you into thinking this is a real class. Thank you. The build video's on the channel. No, I love it. I legitimately wish that no downstate week was just a thing always. I have a different answer for what I would remove. Or I guess I would have to use up... Fuck, I would have to use up both of my things. I mean, Ranger downstates need to be balanced desperately. It's really stupid that Rangers is just better than everybody else's by a lot.
Interesting. Yeah.
But...
Necros is good too.
At least for a special event for PvP, I want when you get a kill, for it to only rally one person like it does in World vs. World and not your entire fucking team. I hate that.
Oh, I didn't know that the rules were different in World vs. World.
Yeah, they changed it for World vs. World because fights were lasting literally forever with Zergs.
Yeah.
When it would rally infinite people. I don't know why it's still multiple people in PvP. Because that makes...
Wow.
It incentivizes this playstyle where you have people just chasing kills like in super plat matches, and you don't end up doing the capture the flag thing until you've just like beaten the other team into the ground. Which is definitely a way the game has evolved, but I would really like to see how people played it if it only rallied one person and the fights were less swing heavy.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I kind of wanted your opinion on that. I'm really glad I remember that that existed, and I wanted to ask you about that because you play way more PvP than I do. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's another
I
macro.
know that the rules were different.
Yeah, it's another macro game thing where it's like, this really is like, why is this still this way? Yeah, underwater skills desperately need to be balanced.
I also want to change my answer to what I would add, because I actually have I had an idea the other night that I actually think is pretty good, and I don't know. Maybe
Okay.
I'm huffing the copium here. I think it would be really cool in World v. World to have some sort of like an item or an ability where you can mark yourself on the map to show up for enemies permanently, so that people can just come and fight you.
Oh, they have that.
And maybe while you're marked, you earn like extra XP. So what is it? How do you mark yourself?
So it's pretty simple. All you need to do is study for years, get a gaming degree, get hired by ArenaNet so you can tag up with their little ArenaNet tag.
Oh, come on. Don't do that to me.
But legitimately, that makes you visible too. It's in the game. Like I've been watching ArenaNet streamers when they do stream, and they'll call it hard mode.
Yeah.
And then if you're streaming, it's extra hard mode. So what you're talking about, there is, tech for. It's you could have something like that.
I just want to be marked on the minimap, Pseudo. That's all. I think it would be fun.
I think it would be fun if we had more things to just not incentivize roaming, but communicate. Because the ways people communicate when you give them limited tools is always a really interesting thing of both psychology and game design. Where there's the whole thing with block whispering in World vs. World, where a lot of the time people just want to tell you a cool fight. A lot of the time they want to flame you, but that's video games. Like,
Yeah.
You get about 50-50 in Guild Wars 2, which I respect. And didn't make that. It'd be cool if there was just like a badge. Just like, it didn't really do anything, but it's just like, hey, I'm a duelist. Stuff like that. Like a little dueling kit where you could like have little like X's and O's and whatnot. People are saying the dual stream, they like the dual stream. That's good. I put in a minimum amount of effort. My two rules with this was I can't take it seriously and it can't be crap. So, thank you. I hope it looks good on your end, chat. Yeah, I don't know. The poses are an interesting one because you can't technically use chairs. You can only use because they're coded as mounts. So we have to communicate through emotes, which we're getting more of, which is kind of funny. I had somebody on my stream the other day, and I think it was legitimately an accident, but he bowed, and then like I was like, oh, this is a duel, and I attacked him, and then like 4 people came, and I was like, oh, this isn't a duel anymore. But like stuff like that, where it's just, where it's like that's the code, man. You can't break the code.
But people have no way to know that though.
Yeah, I know. And that's why I want a little, like, dueling hand gesture kit.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be nice. I'm with you on that one.
Homage and I are actually sitting right next to each other. We're playing couch co-op Dream. That's why the screen split.
Yeah. He smells like crayons.
Dude, I probably reek. Like I said, it's like... I think it's raining again here. Oh, my God. Yeah, that's my stupid question. So... You got any more questions for me? I can ask you the last one I have written down here.
Well, in order for me to access that question, I need to not be fighting this guard. So give me 2 seconds here.
Are you unable to think while you're fighting the camp?
I've only got one monitor, so I need to tab out to look at the other thing.
Oh, to access your question that you have. I see. Okay.
Yes. Okay. Here we go.
It's alright, I'll give some chat content while I try to fight this guy in this tier 3 camp with my rifle Bladesworn. It'll be fine.
Okay. Would you rather
Yes,
play a
Homage.
good build or pick up 25 cards?
I like good builds. I just don't think that all meta build, like, it has to be what's on, you know,
Meta
Stock or meta battle's so outdated. I can't believe they're still acknowledged as a mainnet partner, because I think Teapot owns that one too. I'm not really sure how it works. I could be wrong about that. I don't want to start fights with people. But like Hardstock's legitimately really good and really updated because they have the community behind it. It's like how people always ask me, are you going to make a build website? And I'm like, I can't. There's no way I could conceivably, like, I do web design for a job. I know how much like time consuming that is doing that manually. There is no earthly way I could keep all this updated. I can make a build site, but it's just going to have all the links. It's not going to be relevant. It's not going to help you. I like good builds. I just don't like with the Daring Dragon thing. I don't think that all good builds are always what's meta or what, you know, Team USA or Snow Crows or whatever are playing. That's why I got into build crafting in the first place, where I like playing things that are weird. I like playing things that in ways that aren't intended. But I'd probably rather play a good build. Picking up 25 cards sounds like a pain in the butt.
Yeah, it would take a while, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's a lot of cards.
Reminds me of that meme.
The Pot of Greed?
No, there's a meme where he's got like all the Uno cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Draw whatever.
I'll send it to you. I'll send it to you.
I've seen. I know which one you're talking about. I'm not that old. Jeez, I'm only like 40. You think I'm joking? So every time I do, theoretically, I've done 2 collabs already, and Emmys and Silhouettes are still in the process of being edited because it was way too much. If I ever do this again, I'm just gonna stream it live probably. But like, it was way too much footage to rig through. When I collabed with Emmy, I asked her the item question, and she got to pick a question for the next person. So she chose. This is from Emmy.exe, the Chrono Goddess herself. If you haven't seen her play, go sub and follow her on Twitch. Her great attitude, really just genuinely fun Guild Wars 2 person. Doesn't play PvP though, kind of tragic. Anyway, what is your favorite Guild Wars 2 experience you have ever had?
Oh, that is such a good question, man. Are you kidding me?
And this is a real question too. You can't not answer this one.
I truly cannot limit it to one.
Sounds like some pseudo cop-out shit. What's up? What you got?
If I had... Oh, man, this is so hard. But if I had to pick one, it would definitely have to be randomly... just randomly one day we were running tier 4 fractals, and we just jived with this random pug super well. It wasn't like a DPS thing. It was just like we were chatting him up. We were just having a good time just chatting with him. And, you know, we exchanged information and added each other on Discord and became such good friends. And then over the years, we ended up, you know, realizing, hey, we live in the same part of Canada. And then, hey, why don't we meet up sometime? And what ended up as a guy off the LFG for tier 4 fractals, that guy actually was him and his wife were guests at my wedding last year. And
crap.
Yeah, so that's just like a really kind of special and fun experience for me. Yeah, that's probably number one. But I could go on, man. I have so many like cool experiences and stories with this game, and yeah.
Well, you get 2. I gave a cop-out answer. You can choose another one.
I can go again. Okay.
Yeah. You can draw another card.
Oh man, this is so hard because I got so many. One that's definitely up there for me personally is this guy's... Wow, I was fighting this guy and logged out. When I was like learning to raid, I actually got my very first Doom kill with Merrick and Grimjack. They were the ones who taught me how to do Doom. And I just thought that was like a really, really cool introduction to the like community and stuff.
Did you know who they were before that?
Yeah, I did. And I was like so kind of, I don't want to say like starstruck, but I just thought it was really cool that these guys who were like the pros would take their time out of their day to just like hang out with me. Like, who the hell am I, right? And yeah, it always just kind of gave me like a good starting point with this community. Like, hey, this is actually kind of nice around here, and I've always kind of wanted to like pay that forward a little bit. And so I try to be as
you said that.
Oh, he knows. Yeah, so I just try to be as approachable, and like when people, you know, want help or want something explained or whatever, you know, I just try and be as helpful as I can, just try and pay it forward. So yeah, I could keep going, but I'll stop there. What about you?
Favorite guild? You want me to answer? Me answering Emmy's question is cheating, sir.
Oh, okay. I mean, if you don't want to, you don't have to.
Just, I mean, all of it. Like, I've spent 11 years in this game, man. Like, for better or worse, it's taught me how to not, I feel like on balance, be a better person. As stupid as that is. Because, like, I joined a guild. I thought I was right about the universe. You know, I was in college. It didn't know how to listen to people with other opinions, you know, different views and stuff. And then I became an officer, unfortunately, really quickly because I made the mistake of running an event. And like, it taught me how to avoid drama. It taught me how to deal with drama. It taught me how to deal with people who I don't necessarily agree with and just talk to people and listen to them, more importantly. Like, just, like, how to be a human. And that's something that's really important, I feel, and not a lot of people get the chance to be, because, like, I got to effectively do that and make those mistakes in a closed environment. Like, I could just log off and, you know, go to sleep whenever, you know, there was drama or whatever that I didn't want to deal with. But it's... yeah, it genuinely, like, listening to people with other views and understanding that it's okay to be wrong about stuff. And I feel like that's just not something that's, like, people get an opportunity to do. And the guild and my friends that I made that I still hang out with is just stellar. Like, they don't all play Guild Wars 2 anymore, but it's just, the people are fantastic. This game has an amazing community. For all the people raging and needing moderation in map chat. I can't believe you found rage cases. Also, why can pets still leash at you from 5,000 range away? This guy's literally just kiting me with his fucking bear. I'm gonna run away and have my bear attack you. Ranger player. It's a fair class, I promise. Okay, dude. Sure it's not just warrior, but better? I swear to God I'm a positive person.
I think you're coming to a real realization.
Angry about this. I think I'm just sarcastic. I'm really not miserable or negative. Yes, Homage is negging me, chat. That's what's going on. No, the game rocks. The community rocks. It's Rangers and mediocre, but, you know, take the good with the bad. Okay, so now you get the fun. What's up?
Let me give you another one.
Okay.
If I'm allowed.
Yeah, you're allowed.
I remember when I was first starting to get into PvP, one of the things I stumbled upon was dual servers. And, like, I would see people on there, mostly on Spellbreaker and Herald, who were just so freaking cool. And, like, I like games with high skill ceilings.
Those are the two classes for it.
And man, like, these guys on Spellbreaker and Herald just made it look so cool. And, like, the man, there's one particular guy who's, like, not a known name in the community, but, like, I still remember him to this day because he just, like, made such an impression on me as a new player and was, like, inspiration for me. I was like, man, I want to do that. That is so cool. And it just kind of, like, I don't know, it's just like a really small thing that left, like, a really big imprint on me. So yeah, that's definitely up there. I still remember him. His name's Channel the Dragon. So if you ever run into him in PvP lobby, he was one of my inspirations. So there you go.
That's very cool. I thought you were gonna end that with his name was Pseudo, but I don't play Spellbreaker, so that makes a lot of sense. People always ask me that. It's like, why don't you play Spellbreaker? I'm like, I don't know, because it's good.
So you're lying to me about playing good builds, eh?
No, Spellbreaker just, it never, it's like Chronomancer. I always wanted to like it, but it just never went into my brain. Like, I really like the idea of Chronomancer, and I understand the mechanics of Spellbreaker, and I can play it. It's like, something that strips boons is always going to be good in a boon meta. Like, it's got tools that are very simple but effective. It's just... I like weird esoteric stuff, and it's kind of like, I always have this thing where I'll see something and I'll be like, wow, that looks stupid, and I'll end up really liking it. And that happened with Mirage with me, where I was like, wow, this class looks really broken and stupid. And it was really broken and stupid for a really long time, but I ended up playing the most Mirage out of any class. And that holds to this day. I still have like double my Mirage playtime than I do on Warrior. But Chrono I always wanted to be good at and wanted to like, it just never went into my brain. Same thing with Spellbreaker. I always was a berserker boy.
You could always practice it.
I could, but I don't want to.
That's fair.
Homage, you now get to think of a question for the next person on here, whatever form that takes.
Get to think of a question for the next
Hopefully
person.
about Guild Wars, but you know, been all over the place today.
Okay, ask this to the next person, okay? Ask them, who is somebody in the community that inspires you?
I assume you mean Guild Wars 2 community, and not like Canada?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. I have to write
I
that
don't mean
down.
the Canada community.
Okay, the Canadian Guild Wars 2 community. Got it.
Canadian.
Hang on.
Owned.
Dude, I just beat through like a 1v3. You got this.
Yeah, but it's a Harbinger, man.
Somebody... Dude, Harbinger sucks now. I need to write this down.
Harbinger sucks? What world do you exist on?
The one where I beat Sea Monster every time I duel him. Guild Wars. Sorry
Just
about the
because
typing
you
chat.
can beat a build doesn't mean it sucks, sir.
Okay, we have it written down. Harbinger was good when they had expertise in concentration. This
Oh
guy's
my god,
kinda-
you are going to make me
kinda
puke.
owning now. It's like a 1v3. You got this. Such a mellow song for this. You did really well until they showed up.
I could have played that better, I think. I think I was on track to lose that in the 1v1. Oh, there you go, see? This is kind of my... Oh, wait, this is the server I was against. See, this is the
It
green team.
reshuffles. Yeah, I think it'll reshuffle at the end of the week.
Good times.
Yeah, people digging the
The old
stream. This is good.
3v1 into the corpse jump.
That's all I can ask because I don't do this bullshit for money. Go give Homage your money. He has people that chat him $100 and I'm not jealous of. That's insane, by the way. Like if we had that metric at work, I would be like, dude, your channel slaps.
I'm very appreciative of the support, and personally,
good
like if I
attitude.
can share a little personal fact about myself, I do put the money that's gained by the channel into. I'm really trying to be able to afford my first house, so that's where all the money goes. They put it right into my house fund. So
And in
I know a lot of
Canada,
people are like,
that's
"Oh,
going to be infinity."
all the money goes right back into making the channel better." But like one time, I actually
You're allowed to not say that.
I ordered an expensive mic, okay, and I spent like a good bit of money on this mic, and before I even finished filling out the order, I already had buyer's remorse because like I don't know if you know about the economy in Canada, but like it's pretty screwed, and people trying to break into the housing market are having a really tough time. And like, oh man, this mic arrived in the mail, right? And I spent way too much money on it.
And you
like, I
returned
got it
it.
out of the box, and I'm like setting it up, and I'm like literally feeling sick to my stomach about it. And I just boxed it up and I returned it. I was like, no, this isn't right. Like, someday I definitely will like invest in the channel and get like a nice mic and stuff like that. But just like, for
Homage,
me right now,
your mic sounds great.
Thank you.
You render videos in 4K, which I don't even do. You're good, dude.
So someday I want to invest in the channel, but just right now, man, I just need to need to buy a house. I want to start a family.
And that discipline is really commendable.
Yeah, I just open it up and it's like, you know, you feel the excitement, but I just like such buyer's remorse that I felt sick, and I just boxed it up and I just took it back to the post office. Yeah, send it back. So anyways, very long and kind of cringe story to say. I really, really appreciate the people who help me out with my goals on the channel. They're the goats, and I try to keep in touch with everybody who helps me. And I'm good friends with that guy who sent me that $100, Jag. He's the man. He's literally, I go back and watch some of my really old videos, and he's been a true day one. Like, he'd commented on like some of the very first ones. So Jag's the goat. So yeah, there you go.
I mean, I was just ribbing you, but even just via metrics, your channel does ludicrously well. You and Silhouette, like I have 600. I was joking earlier, but most of my things are streams. Like you asked me which is better, Twitch or YouTube for streaming, and Twitch is better for streaming, and YouTube is better for a video platform, and that's what you've been doing on videos, and partially because your videos are really good, and you're the first positive PvP person in existence, and you have a good attitude. People like that. And your metrics are really good for the number of subs you have in your channel. Like if you're doing over 100%, like on relative to your subs, that's a really good metric to have. Silhouette also does that. And I'm always really impressed by his videos where it's like, dude, you're getting like double the views that you have subs. And this may not be, you know, it's not like 10K per video, but that is really, 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 really good.
I try not to watch it too much though. I don't know, like
YouTube?
The metrics and stuff.
Oh yeah.
No, I actually watch a lot of YouTube. But yeah, I don't look at the graphs and the metrics too hard. I try not to worry about it too much. It's like sometimes I get stuck looking at all that stuff.
Can't take it seriously.
Yeah.
Bro, if I tell people all the time, if I was playing video games, first off, for money, no offense, I would not be playing Guild Wars 2. Second of all, I cannot take this Guild Wars 2 thing seriously because all of my videos, it would like Silhouette recently made this joke, gold. It is somewhat a gold guide, but it's more of a meta comment on the fact that people just make gold guides and throw them on YouTube. And I made a gold guide because I was tired of explaining it, and it's my best performing video, and I knew it was going to be because it's something that nobody else did, and it's really efficient and really good, and I couldn't care about it, and it did the best. But I can't do that for every video because not every idea is like that. And also, if I tried to make it like that, this would be a job, and it wouldn't be fun. So my one rule with this was because I do advertising and marketing for work, this cannot be that. This has to be just for fun, for contributing something positive to the community. And if people want to hang out and talk about builds, great. And listen to me complain about Bladesworn. That's very important. I have to get something out of it too, but chat knows that. They know what they're getting into. But you know, for real, like I wanted to contribute something positive, like to the community. And I hope that between me doing the world versus world thing a little bit, and Homage, go check him out, go sub to his channel. It's all linked in the description. You doing the PvP side of this, we are contributing in a positive way, because Homage genuinely is like really weird. I was really paranoid when I first started talking. It was like he's gonna have like an outwardly positive attitude and be like one of those secretly weird people, and it's just like he like beats cats, and he still might. I don't know. I don't have any fake news about that, but like he just seems like a genuinely like fun person for PvP, which is really weird after 12 years. And it's like, cool, go check him out. Like, this is great. All right, well,
appreciate it, man. I don't do compliments well, but
you're Canadian. I don't believe that. Yeah, you have any final thoughts? This is getting upwards of longer than I planned.
Or we ramped
initially.
it up. Okay,
we probably could. I mean, we could fight.
You know what?
We could fight. We could see who's the better class once and for all.
If you want to duel, we can duel. That's fine.
That's what chat would. It's up to chat. People hanging out. They've been enjoying this.
Oh, hello. Oh, it's a little no rank. Oh no. Okay, get a
Don't lose to him.
You let him get a few. Hammer. Oh, buddy, come on, don't do that.
Hammer's good.
Okay. A few more in. Oh, okay, yeah, you can rampage. That's fine. I'm gonna walk out of that one.
I think that's a core warrior
what a little cutie, dude. I love this. I always hate when I see people fight like new players and they like absolutely mollywop them. Like, you know, let them get a couple hits in. You know, like it's not hurting anybody to let them.
You're a bad
at least
person.
Feel good. I do have to put an end to this now because there's another person playing. What? You gotta let him. not get this.
Look at that damage. Look at that damage that I got wrong in my video.
I love it. Oh, little third guy.
Oh, can he get the 1v3? I'm probably dead on my screen. I'm just watching your duel.
Oh no, not crate. Not like this.
But doing more PvP, and I've got to train myself to just run away from the supply crates when they drop.
Okay, you know what my closing thought was going to be before I got ganked there was I have been really enjoying doing this YouTube thing. Like I just like it. And the reason that I started, and I don't mean to bash on the community, but the reason that I started is because nobody was making the type of videos that I wanted to watch, and so I just started making them. And
yeah, kind of the same.
I feel like there's a lot of people out there who probably share that same sentiment, and I just want more people to do it. And like personally, I try to give back a little bit by making videos every now and again, showcasing some smaller channels. But just like I don't know, I just want to put it out there into the universe. Like if you want to start this, you know, making Guild Wars stuff, just do it, give it a try, and hit me up. I'll help you out however I can too. So I'm on Team Rouge.
I'd like to make fun of you and say you just want more little piggies for your guild, but he means it.
No, you don't even have to join the guild. I'll just help you out.
All right.
Okay, are you ready to prove?
Do you want any special food? You want me to take a sec? This is where we do the, like, anyone actually watch Yu-Gi-Oh, like the second series of it, where they do like the cut to black fight as they both charge at each other, and I just roll the credits.
Oh, that'd be funny.
We'll do some duels.
Okay, I'm
What's
ready.
This guy, I'm scared of this virtuoso on the side.
Yeah, he's
just waiting, dude.
Right. There you go.
I'm gonna jump because I play on a controller. All right.
Okay. This vert is actually really unflattering to my build because my 3's gonna jump over to him.
Fuck. How do you have Defiance Stance? That's cheating. Nobody runs that.
You have it too, pal.
No, I don't. You can't prove that.
See, you hit the vert there. Dude's at half health.
Coming over here. Over there.
Okay.
Fuck.
Pain has been endured.
Yeah, man. You know your entire guild hates fighting this build?
Do you understand why a person would feel that way?
No, I have no idea. Fuck! Nice. You want to do one in PvP? I'm curious. See the difference.
Yeah, whatever you want, man. I'm down for whatever.
Oh man.
I'm the guest. You're the host. You can.
No, we'll do one in World vs. World, one in PvP, and then if it's a tie, loser picks the game mode, and then when you win in PvP, I can just be salty. It's fine. No, it was good. That chunks, dude. Jade wins hurts.
It's so good. It's really,
Yeah.
really good. Do you want to meet at the War Pigs Arena?
Just join one, and I can join on you, and try to not dox you. And yo, if Chad needs any final thoughts or final questions for Homage, now's your time to duel. But yeah, this has been fun. Well, I'll try to do more of these with more creators. And again, go check out Homage, free plug for him. But we're just sort of chatting as we wrap it up now. It's always fun to do these. And one day, if I get time, I will finish editing the Silhouette and Emmy fans. I feel bad. Like a little bit bad. Oh my god.
Build work in PvP. Let's try it.
You can use whatever in PvP. Use the new power red build.
You want to fight the meta one?
I'm down to fight whatever.
I'll do the old school one, so it's a little bit fun to watch.
Let me make sure I'm on the right thing. Hang on. All right. Are you ready?
Is that signifying that you're on the right thing?
I jumped.
Okay, I'm gonna take that yes.
I don't even know what your animations are. You just turn into a cloud of mist and I can't hit you.
That was Sword 3 bugging out.
It's fine. This game has no bugs, actually.
Oh, is that right?
Hmm? Fuck. Do you know I'm really bad at this game?
No, you're fine, man.
How dare you use
You
knowledge
missed
of PvP maps to fight me?
I missed the old Hydro Sigil when I come back to PvP after World War.
Nice. That was good. So as you can see, Homage, much more skilled player than I am. Go check him out. Really, really good content. Great guy, great attitude.
You almost had me a couple times there, man. Don't
Yeah,
sell
I
yourself
screwed.
short.
No, it was a bunch of misplays, but I'm half focused on the stream. I don't want to make excuses though, because I do think that just get better, you know. But yeah, this was fun. I'm Pseudo. This is Homage. Wrap it up here, guys. Thank you so much for joining.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you, man. This has been
If
a lot
you
of fun.
have any questions, hit up his comment section. And I stream Monday, Wednesday, sometimes Friday at 9 Eastern. Do you have anything you want to plug?
I make YouTube videos, and I try to get them out every week, but sometimes I'm not very good about that.
Sometimes some idiot dares you to make a Bladesworn video and it takes longer. All right, guys. Cheers. Have a wonderful night. Thank you for joining. I will see you guys on Monday, and I will see you in Tyria. Peace out.
See ya. Thanks, guys.